Welcome to Digital Focus, the Future Ready podcast. Formerly Retail Focus, we've rebranded to reflect what we truly love to discuss: AI, technology, and the future of everything. Hosted by Suder and Bart Mroz, each week we break down the trends, tools, and transformations shaping the digital world and what it means for you. New name, same mission. Stay curious, stay future ready. This is Digital Focus.
And welcome to another episode of the Digital Focus podcast. I'm your host, Suder, here with Bart Mroz. Bart.
Hello.
Hello, Bart. As per tradition, why don't you tell us what your awesome thing for this week is?
I bake muffins.
He baked muffins. He's the muffin man. Why did you bake muffins?
Well, I hate baking, but I had 4 very, very ripe bananas that were going bad. So, do you eat a lot of bananas?
The old banana muffin.
You made protein.
Were nuts optional, or was it?
No, I don't have any nuts. I'm just a nut. No, it's oats, almond flour, protein powder. Just to stuff in a bowl.
Sounds like
which is my style of baking.
Sounds like a mini banana bread. That's what I do. That's what I do on my rotten bananas. All right. My awesome thing is, I guess I'm going to say NFL football. Football's back. The Philadelphia Eagles play the first game this evening, I believe at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time.
8:20, my friend.
8:20, which I hate because I'm usually winding down by 8:20. But these are the things you have to do as a...
Wait till you see my sign up later, sir.
All right. I'll have to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's begin our first story for today. Tesla's troubles in Europe have deepened, with sales plunging for the 8th consecutive month as competitors, especially China's BYD, race ahead. The company faces challenges from an aging lineup, mounting competition, backlash over Elon Musk's politicized image, and plunging used car values, all while BYD rapidly increases sales and market share. Tesla sales in Europe fell sharply, down 40 to 49% year over year in several key markets, even as the broader electric vehicle sector grows. This downtown downturn persists despite new Model Y deliveries and aggressive price cuts. Analysts point to an outdated product lineup and increased competition, especially from established brands launching fresh electric vehicles. Chinese automaker BYD outperformed Tesla in recent months, with July registrations up 225% and total volume surpassing Tesla's for the first time in Europe. BYD's competitive pricing, new showrooms, and expanded offerings have captured consumer attention, while overall Chinese EV market share across Europe hit a record high, now above 5%. Elon Musk's controversial political statements and endorsements have hurt Tesla's perception among European buyers. Protests and negative press have followed, with Musk's image now directly impacting sales. Over half of surveyed potential buyers said Musk dissuades them from purchasing a Tesla. Tesla's frequent price cuts on new vehicles have caused Tesla used values to crash, further unsettling the brand and hurting owner loyalty. While these moves have stimulated some short-term sales, they contributed to an unstable market and alienated existing Tesla fans. So what's next? Industry experts believe Tesla's fortunes may hinge on launching new, more affordable EVs and regaining consumer trust, but signs point to more difficult quarters ahead as rivals press their advantage and Musk's reputation weighs on the brand. Your thoughts?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, and yes, and
yes, and I think Tesla is still ahead when it comes to self-driving a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna push back on that because I read a survey. I wish I had it in front of me, but it said that is the one factor that is stopping Tesla one of the factors that is stopping Tesla owners from switching to them versus another brand, because they do not trust the self-driving.
Switching from Tesla to another brand?
I'm sorry?
Switching from Tesla to another brand?
If you had to choose between Tesla or maybe a Chevy Volt or something or whatever comparable, it's the perception of the dangers involved with self-driving, because there's all these stories of people getting trapped in their cars.
Because trapped in their cars, that's way low. Tesla self-driving is great. It's actually really, really good. The problem is people. People are just being ridiculous with it. Like, it's still, any self-driving, unless you have every single camera and sensor and stuff like that, it's not going to be fully self-driving. Like, you can't do that. And Tesla yells at you. Like, it still will yell at you. If you take your hands off of it, it will yell at you. If you're not paying attention, it will yell at you. At some point, it will turn it off. It's people being people, which is weird, but whatever. As far as their look and feel, yeah, I mean, they need a better upgrade. I mean, the Tesla Y just got an upgrade, which is actually looks good. I kind of like it. But the technology that BYD has right now and just pure specs, like price-wise, they're telling you, you know? Like BYD's numbers are just so much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've discussed some of the mind-blowing things that China's been doing with their EV cars. The one example I always bring up is the battery switching. They have the live battery switching. But let's talk about China car culture. So we have been talking about that. China car culture is a lot different. And that's especially why BYD is going to kick their ass in China every time, because car culture in China is a lot different than the rest of the world, especially the US. So our car culture is about freedom, the open road, driving my truck. I got my big truck. And it's, you are brought up to, you save up for your first car. You should have, you have American car buyers have a thing for nostalgia. Like a Mustang should always look like a Mustang. In China, it's different. It's about practicality and convenience. It's not a rite of passage for a Chinese teen to go out and buy a car. That doesn't happen. It's, you get the car to get to work, to do things. And they're all more about, they don't care, they're not brand loyal. They love features. They want the features. They want the latest gadgets. They want the biggest screens.
Right. So they're gadget driven than anything else.
They're more gadget driven than American or European drivers.
Yeah. But also, like, look at their public infrastructure.
Yes. Yeah.
Our suck is the worst infrastructure you can have. So, like, between that, China's infrastructure right now, between trains and stuff like that, or public transit is really good. So of course you're going to have a different thing, right? So they love gadgets and electronics and stuff like that, right? Here it's like big truck and bang. I'm also different. Like, I do own a Tesla, and I love the fact that it doesn't have anything in it. Like, I love that it almost.
Sure, you like it stripped down. It does what it
I
does.
like it stripped down. I don't need buttons. I know where it is on the screen. Like, I'm totally opposite of most people. I just want to get in a car and go. Like, I no longer a gearhead. I don't like, it's the same for me. It's the same thing when we used to have Windows machines or Androids and we used to tinker with that stuff. I no longer want to tinker. I don't.
You're done.
I just don't care. I just want it to work. You know what I mean? So, like,
yeah,
that's a whole thing for me.
That's part of being a minimalist. You just want things to work.
Yeah. And that's what for me, Tesla for me is like, I don't need to go to, the perfect example, last week, one of my cameras had to get wiped down because it had low condensation, whatever. It was just a maintenance thing. A guy came out to my garage. I don't have to go anywhere. I just scheduled it on the phone and guy showed up, fixed it, and I was done.
Tesla as a company, they just put out their master plan part 4. Now, to me, I thought when you have a master plan, it's you have a master plan. Why are there 4 parts? Why is it like master plan part 4? It's like master plan part 4, Curly's Gold. It's like a sequel. But it seems that the company is going to be focusing more on those stupid Optimus robots.
It should really be a car and battery company, and just
they're projecting that the robots could represent 80% of the company's future value.
They got to do something.
1,000 units are expected to be built in 2025, expecting 50 to 100,000 of these stupid robots by 2026 with broader deployment to Tesla factories. Okay, great. Robots in factories, I'm all for it. I don't want to see robots walking down the street yet. I'm not ready for that.
No, I mean, here's the thing. The crazy part about this company is like, make a $20,000 car, make a $15,000 car.
Make a slate.
You would win
slate
so much.
Copy slate. Keep your same service centers as you like to tout about how the service centers and the service is great. Do that. Copy Slate's model. Make a cheap ass $20,000 sedan, or even
20 is fine because we have to import blah, blah, blah. But 20 will do. You have a $20,000 car.
If Slate can do it, why the hell can't Ubermensch Elon Tesla do it? I mean, what's going on?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, a $15,000 to $20,000 car, and their stock would just blow out of the water.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just don't get what's going on with that company sometimes. But anyway, I want to just finish on what I was saying about China. China's car strategy is top down from the government. So the government wants you to get around. They want to make it easier for you to get around, which our government doesn't want to do. Like, they just announced a train that goes twice as fast as our new Acellas that just rolled out.
Did you see
the reporters? They were like
300 miles an hour.
300 miles an hour. And all the reporters were there with their cameras, and it literally like snapped their heads back. I mean, it's amazing. But in China, it's easier to get a license plate for an EV than a traditional gas car. They are thinking like, and I have said this before, they used to be the biggest environmental criminals on the planet, and now they've completely turned it around. They're eliminating pollution. They're making their infrastructure friendly to it. Now, they may be growing a little bit too fast. I saw a picture of Shenzhen, China from 2009 versus 2025. It's disturbingly dystopic how futuristic.
Yeah, that's because in Shenzhen, everything is made there. All the factories are there. Sure. That's why.
Sure, but it used to be farmland, and now all of a sudden it's this something that looks like out of Blade Runner. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But the government push combined with consumer base that craves new technology has created incredibly fertile ground for Chinese automakers. They're not stuck with legacy designs. They're creating a diverse range of new, affordable, tech-packed models from tiny budget-friendly cars, which Tesla should do, to high-tech luxury sedans. They're built for digital-first, urban-centric buyer, not for someone to take a road trip across the country. Because in China, you get on a train and you get from one side of the country to another in less time than it's going to take you to drive your stupid car. That's what this country is lacking. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. Go ahead. Final thoughts.
That's it. I mean, we need better public infrastructure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little animated about this, but this is something that, has been bugging me for a long time. I don't see it being solved anytime soon either, which is the even more depressing part.
Correct.
All right, let's move on to the next happy story. Get ready for another real-time shopping revolution. Amazon just dropped Lens Live for its shopping app, and it's about to change, air quotes, how people buy what they see around them. Now, when someone spots something cool, like a pair of sneakers or a lamp, they can just point their phone's camera at it, and Lens Live instantly scans the item, showing similar products, prices, and buy now options right on screen. It's fast, simple, and doesn't even require typing. Here's where it gets smart. Amazon's AI assistant, Rufus, which is the weirdest name ever, jumps in to summarize product details and answer common questions directly in the camera view, so shoppers can quickly compare items, check reviews, and find deals before buying, all within seconds. For now, the feature is rolling out to millions of iOS users in the US, with more expansion coming soon. Lens Live isn't just about shopping. It's about connecting the real world with online convenience, making discovery a potential purchase. So next time inspiration strikes, just point and shop. Amazon's AI will take care of the rest. Blah, blah, blah. Haven't we heard this story before?
I don't know. We wrote about it.
We wrote about it about 2007, 2017? I don't even remember. Okay, so this is Amazon trying once again. I mean, you have Google Lens, and you've got other companies that have tried to do this.
Yeah.
Like, you could go into Pinterest and do this. Samsung's Bixby Vision has this built in. I don't know. We've already seen Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok live shopping, which is different. The live shopping meaning someone is selling something, but this live, like, I point at this mug and I get a price for it. I think there's some utility in that, but it's nothing new. I mean, this is not a new thing.
Nothing new. I'm using to sell on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. I'm using Hero, it's been doing it. It's actually really, really good. It actually works really, really well
for research.
No, for selling. So
for selling, but does it research the prices for you?
Oh yeah, it goes here's the price. Here's the numbers.
Does it give you comps of sold items?
I think so. It just goes, hey, this is what the price are going for.
Yeah, because I use that for eBay, but it's a pain because you got to activate the filters and find and tell it to give you comp prices of sold.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's how I feel. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just
right. Right. If you're just pointing at something saying, well, what is this worth? Is it worth $1? Is it worth $1,000? Right. But if you're trying to resell something and you see this mug and there's a certain point where you're going to say it's not profitable for me to sell this mug. That's why I always look at the comparable sold listings. Right. Anyway, this is not, I guess I pointed this out because it seems like another Me Too clip-on thing that Amazon's going to do. But I mean, there is a lot of live shopping apps and platforms, but I just read literally before we went on air here, the Flip app, a social commerce platform similar to TikTok that focused on product reviews, has shut down August 2025. So this was basically a shopping app. Before its closure, Flip blended some tried and true features of major tech companies. There was short-form video feed in the mold of TikTok. Users could add products mentioned in those videos directly to a cart, like Amazon. Creators were paid for engagement on their posts like other social video apps, and users got product discounts just for watching and scrolling. So what's the catch? The company's fact page says, honestly, there isn't one. You post, you watch, you shop, and Flip rewards you for it. Rewards get you free product. Yeah. Creator earnings get you real money, and you cash out. That's really it. So I found this story just before we went on the air here. And then I, of course, went to Reddit to look and see what they were saying. A lot of creators are going, I have a couple $100 sitting in there. What am I supposed to do? The app shut down. And now there's just a landing page on Flip. So basically, the people who read the fine print said, well, you have to email them and hopefully you'll get your money back. But yeah, another app shut down, Flip. I never even heard of it. When I saw Flip, I thought it was the Flip cameras. Remember the Flip cameras from 2007?
Oh, it's nice. Yeah. Well,
that was the good old days. You know what? I wish I still had my camera because I know that there was a lot of footage of my kid on there. And I was trying to get my kid into vlogging in 2007. Vlogging, yes. This was back when we were doing blogs and he was doing a vlog every day. And then he, as a kid that age would do, he just said, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. I wish I had those videos. But anyway, RIP Flip. And again, we are off to the races in ADH land. We were talking about Amazon Lens. What is your opinion on it?
I don't know. This comes and goes. Like they're trying everything. I mean, listen, we've talked about this kind of live shopping thing for a long time. You could have done it a long, long time ago. It just never took off. Like, I know between TikToks, like their shot and then whatnot and all this thing, it's out there and it's going to be out there. Like our culture is not there. In China and stuff like that, that culture is there, right?
Yeah. The great example is the lady that stands there and changes dresses every 3 seconds and she makes...
Yeah, and I've seen those TikToks where people do the live stuff and they're just like changing and doing that and trying that. I think the problem is, and this could be just me, is that the people who watch QVC back in the day they're older and they're not really on TikTok. We're not really in social media and they're a lot older. So they're still like, oh, there's QVC stuff. They're not shopping the same way.
Yeah, definitely.
And youngsters are not. It's not built into it, right? Because if you think about it, like, how much TV do you actually watch now? I barely have my TV on. You know what I mean? Like, it's all on and I still have apps, but I barely. Like, hey, tonight our football starts, right? So we'll watch that. That's about as much as live TV I'm going to watch, right? Yep. So all my stuff is on mobile or here and it's all over the place. So I shop differently. So I don't think it's the same.
Well, I mean, it goes without saying, I believe that the younger generation is mobile first shopping. They're not going to sit they're not going to sit and watch a TV show.
Maybe. I mean, if it's entertaining and somebody's very like influential or entertaining, they want to watch something on their mobile, that's great. But
all right, I'll bite. Who could break through the clutter and do that? Don't know. That person does not exist yet.
No, but like if you look at it, I just saw TikTok is connected to Shopify too, so you can just go straight there. Like there's a whole bunch of ways of doing that, right? TikTok is it for now.
Yep.
And something else will come out. I mean, everybody's trying. Listen, since we've been writing about this, since we're like, well, you can do this without going crazy. Everyone on social media platforms want a piece of it because TikTok, that's how they make their money. So I don't know.
Yeah, Facebook recently deactivated their own carts. They basically, if you sell on Facebook, it now goes to your own cart, which I think is good because you get to capture more data that way. I mean, I hated the fact that you would have to go through Facebook to get your training.
Yeah, I mean, they go straight to Shopify or like that's Shopify
Put you right in the Shopify cart or wherever your platform is.
No. So I don't know. We're not that entertaining. We try to entertain.
You wouldn't watch a Logan Paul shopping network?
No.
I wouldn't watch a Logan Paul anything. I just don't get it. He's another guy I just don't get. All right. Well, a little final Amazon news. They reported slower growth in U.S. Prime signups during their extended Prime Day event. Despite expanding the sale to 4 days and seeing overall record sales, Amazon added 5.4 million new Prime members, about 2% fewer than last year, and below the company's internal targets. They're blaming market saturation, economic pressures like inflation, and increased competition from rivals like Walmart. Amazon is responding by ending its Prime Invitee program, which allowed members to share shipping benefits. So if you're sharing your shipping with somebody else, they got to be in the same house. No shipping, no free shipping to your aunt in Palooka Lake or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they're offering more flexible payment plans and expanding discounts to appeal to new members. I think that's it. They really, I know that you can buy Prime on a monthly payment now. It's just getting, I remember when I started, it was $79 and I thought that was a lot of money. Now, what is it, up to almost $150 now a year?
I know. They give you a lot of things.
I pay for the video and for the shipping and stuff.
But, the video thing, the shipping, there's a lot of few things that are in there, but at some point it's like, why? All this subscription stuff, all of a sudden you're like, what are we doing?
Especially since there's been a clawback in spending because of everything that's going on in this world today. There's be less of a reason that you need free overnight shipping for the things that you can no longer afford.
Yeah, I can wait 4 days.
Yeah, right. I'll wait 4 days for a charger. My charger plug.
Right.
Nuanced picture.
Not really something, but
the nuanced picture shows Amazon balancing impressive sales with the need to adapt its membership strategy for continued growth. Kumbaya. All right. Final story of the day. Jaguar Land Rover was hit by a major cyber attack at the end of August 2025, forcing the legendary UK automaker to shut down its factories and vital systems just as new car registration season began. A massive deal for the auto industry. The breach disrupted manufacturing, sales, and service operations worldwide, leaving production lines and dealerships scrambling, though the company said there's no evidence that customer data was stolen. This isn't an isolated event. It's part of a broader wave targeting big names across the UK and global industries, with hackers focusing more and more on critical supply chains and manufacturing systems. The company's quick response limited the damage, but the recovery is ongoing, and it's a big reminder of how vulnerable even the most established brands are in the digital era. Here's why this matters. First, this attack shows how the digital hack can have a very real physical impact. In modern manufacturing, the computers that run the front office are now deeply connected to the systems that run the factory floor. So when hackers got into Jaguar Land Rover's IT, they basically turned off the production line. This shows that every company, from a car maker to a clothing retailer, has to treat cybersecurity not as an IT issue, but as a core business risk. Secondarily, it's not about the supply chain. The attack just didn't hurt JLR. It sent shockwaves through its network of suppliers and even its retail partners because dealerships couldn't deliver cars. The lesson here is clear. You are only stronger as your weakest link, and that often means the security of your partners and vendors. And third, and very importantly, hackers are changing their game. They're not just looking to steal customer data anymore. They're looking to cause chaos and bring a company to a standstill to force a ransom payment. By hitting JLR at its key sales period, the attackers were trying to maximize the plan and the pressure. And finally, the attack appears to have used some old, stolen login details that were still active. I can see Bart's head spinning over there. This is a huge reminder for every company to clean out all accounts, use multi-factor authentication, and take every single phishing email seriously. The bottom line is that cybersecurity is no longer just about protecting data. It's protecting the very ability of a company to operate. It's a risk that's now on their balance sheet.
Yeah.
All right, my cybersecurity expert. What do you say? We're running on 31 minutes, so we got to wrap it up.
I don't know. Don't make your password. Password
123 is no good anymore?
I mean, even text message, two-factor authentication's actually not great. Because people can jump into it. Like, there's a lot more to it. Be a lot more conscious about your cybersecurity. I mean, this is going to happen more and more, considering the systems are getting built more and more, and there's AI built in on everything. It's going to happen.
I don't know what the solution is, but all I know is it gets, as me as just a regular old guy, consumer, trying to log into sites every day, it gets harder and harder. Some want to verify via text message and an email with a code. I don't know what the solution is.
Most secure right now, I mean, is a long password that you have in a password type of manager that you have actually do that. So Mac has password built in, 1Password, any one of those ones. They still can get hacked, but it's a little more harder to do. So there's that. Your text messaging code, that can be hacked. Your email code can be hacked. So like, you're trying a whole bunch of ways right now for the moment. The most secure is your password stuff. I mean, your password, your authenticator.
And is that in biometrics, correct?
I did. Because if you think about it with AI, the biometrics is going to be interesting all of a sudden. Right? Because your face stuff is a little interesting. You can actually do it. People are hacking at it. Your fingerprinting, that's a different story. That's really harder to do. But you're going to have increased moments, especially when you listen, building new systems from old systems are not really hackable. They're not connected to anything, and they're harder to hack because they're old. You know, right. New stuff is all connected to it no matter what. So it just goes.
Is that why our airline system is run on a floppy disks from the 80s?
A good old AS400 system?
Yeah.
Mostly. On mainframes? Yeah, because they're harder to hack. Because they're just not out there, They still do it, but most of those things are file in, file out. They never go down. They're still there. So people don't want to play with that. People still hack them, but you have to get it. It's a different thing than that. In reality, most of these systems are pretty secure. Unfortunately, people exist.
Yeah. And people are going to do people things.
When you have your password on a Post-it note or whatever, or your password is password or your dog's name, people still do it. And then they get mad that, IT departments require changes in your password have to be very long. And you can't use the same password and you have to change it every single month. And they get all mad. It's no, that's actual security.
I'll close this with a vision of a meme. There's a meme going around of a cat driving a car. It says, "This is me driving in at 7 a.m. on a Saturday because Carol in accounting decided to click on that phishing email."
Right. And that's happening all the time, right? IT department changes it, or they got better. I just heard somebody got their, it looked like an actual company email and it was phishing.
Yeah.
But it looked exactly like the company email.
Yeah. And they are getting harder to detect. I thought I was pretty good at it, but there's some I'm kind of giving it the stink eye. I'm like, is it real? Now I just don't even click on links anymore in emails. I go select all, archive. If they want to get me, they'll find me.
The thing is, there's a whole breach of our social security numbers getting stolen and people calling with that social security number so that you can repeat it. So they record your voice so they can go hack on that thing. Don't never repeat your social security number when somebody asks you, "Hey, your social security number is blah, 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 blah. Can you repeat it?" Never do that.
Yeah, we have to do it. We've got to do a story on the voice cloning too.
Yep.
"This is your grandson. I need money." That's a senior scam. That's going to be
all the scam. We'll leave that for next week.
Yeah, we'll leave that for another time. All right. That's it for this week. We hope you learned something, but if not, you wasted some time. We'll be back not next week with more questionable advice and unsolicited opinions. We are off next week because we are both traveling. Is that correct, Bart?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, and subscribe. I will be posting some stuff on the YouTube channel, some shorts that I have and Googling around in my brain. So look out for that. And as I said, if you prefer the video experience, check out the YouTube channel. We've seemed to have a lot of viewers on there, which is great. Thank you. And lastly, check us out on the socials. We're not on Bluesky. We're on Twitter, on Facebook, and I'm still working on that TikTok channel. I swear I am. But please sign up for a newsletter where you get extended show recaps and behind-the-scenes info on the show. Links are in the show notes. Bart, closing thoughts.
Go birds.
Go birds. We'll see you on the internet next week. Until next time, may your internet be fast, your video calls be clear, and your mute button always work when you need it most. Peace. Peace.
What do you do now?